She gave me everything, body, voice, freak, no hesitation, no shame. By the time I was done, she wasn't in her head anymore. She was in mine. She used to think too much, I could tell. Tried to hold back her sounds, tried to be polite, tried to keep it cute, but stroke after stroke, kiss after kiss, I saw it break. By the time we hit the floor, she was gone. Not unconscious, just unfiltered. Everything she thought was nasty suddenly came out of her like breath. Her voice cracked, she said things I know she didn't rehearse, because it wasn't about thought anymore. It was instinct. She gave me everything, body, voice, freak, no hesitation, no shame. By the time I was done, she wasn't in her head anymore. She was in mine. Her legs wrapped around me like a claim. Her hands pulled me deeper, like she couldn't get enough. But it wasn't just the motion, it was the surrender. I saw it in her eyes. She wasn't looking at the ceiling anymore. She was looking at me, fully present, fully owned. Not by force, but by decision. I brought her there and she didn't resist it. She leaned into it, pushed her freak into my hands and let me handle it. She gave me everything, body, voice, freak, no hesitation, no shame. By the time I was done, she wasn't in her head anymore. She was in mine. Now she's laying still, quiet but not gone. Her body's here, still warm, still open, but her mind, it's with me now. In the way she breathes when I move, in the way she flinches when I whisper, in the way she smiles. Even when she's too tired to speak, she gave it all, didn't hold nothing back. And I didn't waste a drop. I studied her body, learned her sounds, respected her chaos. And when she lost herself, I gave her somewhere to land. You can take a woman's body, you can touch her skin, you can even make her come. But when she gives you her freak, that part she's scared to show. When she gives you her real sounds, the ones that don't sound cute. When she leaves her mind behind and lets it settle into yours, that's not sex, that's trust. And I held it with both hands. She gave me everything, body, voice, freak, no hesitation, no shame. By the time I was done, she wasn't in her head anymore. She was in mine. Yeah. Sweat rings in the sheets, not spilled water, not lotion, just proof of motion, of heat of two bodies that stop being separate for a while. I lay there beside her, breathing quiet, not asleep, just still. She's curled into herself, blanket halfway off, legs open like she forgot to close them. I look at the sheets beneath us, dark spots, wet circles, wrinkles from movement, the outline of where we existed. It don't smell like perfume anymore. It smells like skin, like sex, like something happened here that changed both of us. Sweat rings in the sheets, not spilled water, not lotion, just proof of motion, of heat of two bodies that stop being separate for a while. Her back is to me now, spine glistening, hair matted. I trace her shoulder with my eyes, but I don't reach for her. She needs this moment just to be. The sheets damp between us, still warm, still holding memory. I see the end in her knee left, the twist where her hand clutched it, the ring her thigh made when she pushed back hard and didn't realize she left a mark behind. Sweat rings in the sheets, not spilled water, not lotion, just proof of motion, of heat of two bodies that stop being separate for a while. I sit up, put my feet on the floor, stretch, look around like I don't recognize the room anymore. 'Cause that's what happens when the energy gets too real. The place itself don't feel the same. She shifts behind me, still silent, still satisfied. And the bed, it's soaked, not all over, just where we met. That center zone where all the pressure lived, where all the shaking started, where all the sweat told the truth our mouths never said. You can lie with your voice, you can fake a moan, but you can't fake sweat rings. That's pressure, that's friction, that's presence. You leave sweat in the sheets when you showed up and gave it all, with no hesitation. Sweat rings in the sheets, not spilled water, not lotion, just proof of motion, of heat of two bodies that stop being separate for a while. She's numb from the waist down, legs trembling, can't stand, can't form words, can't move unless I got her. Her body said enough, but her eyes still said thank you. I pulled walked out slow. Watched her body collapse into the sheets. No drama, just silence. Her legs wouldn't close, they stayed open, like her muscles hadn't gotten the message yet. I placed my hand on her stomach, felt it still pulsing. Soft twitches, aftershocks, her body trying to recalibrate. She reached for me, but not to pull me in, just to hold something while she found her breath again. She's numb from the waist down, legs trembling, can't stand, can't form words, can't move unless I guide her. Her body said enough, but her eyes still said thank you. I sat her up slow, her legs gave out, she laughed, but it was the kind of laugh that comes when you didn't know you had that much to give. I kissed her shoulder, she leaned into me like I was a wall, and she was trying not to fall again. I whispered, "You okay?" She nodded, eyes half shut, mouth barely able to shape the word, yeah. She reached down and touched herself, then pulled her hand back quick, too sensitive, still open, still dripping. That's when I knew I emptied her. He's numb from the waist down, legs trembling, can't stand, can't form words, can't move unless I guide her. Her body said enough, but her eyes still said thank you. She tried to walk, one foot hit the floor, then she fell back on the bed. I caught her, pulled her in, held her while her heartbeat settled. That's what happens when you go slow, go deep, go long enough to erase all the tension from her limbs. This wasn't about a finishing, it was about draining, not just fluid, not just energy, but everything she was holding on to before we started. She came back to herself in pieces, and I was there for every piece. When it's done right, she won't move the same. She'll walk different, think different, look at you different, because now she knows what it feels like to be completely emptied by someone who didn't just take, but handled her like a body worth learning and a storm worth staying in. She's numb from the waist down, legs trembling, can't stand, can't form words, can't move unless I guide her. Her body said enough, but her eyes still said thank you. The headboard hit the wall once, then again. She grabbed the sheets, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it, she meant that. The headboard hit the wall once, then again. She grabbed the sheets, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it, she meant that. I was deep in control, same rhythm I held the whole time. But then she started shaking different, not slow spasms, urgent ones. Her voice cracked, she said wait, but I didn't, cause the way she clutched my arm, she didn't really want me to. I pushed through, she pushed back. The headboard cracked the wall behind us, that wasn't planned, but it felt like it. Headboard hit the wall once, then again. She grabbed the sheets, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it, she meant the headboard hit the wall once, then again. She grabbed the sheets, then my wrist said don't stop. but this time she didn't whisper it. She meant that she's not speaking now, she's reacting. Sound come from her throat, not her mouth, just raw release. She says my name, but not how she said it earlier. Now it's urgent, now it's need. I shift my weight, go deeper, hold her hips steady. Every push moves the bed an inch. Furniture shifts, the room echoes, and she don't care who hears. She just wants me to keep going, like I'm trying to leave it in. Or hit the wall once then again. She grabbed the sheet, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it. She meant the headboard hit the wall once then again. She grabbed the sheet, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it. She meant that. I lean into her ear, ask her if she's good. She doesn't answer, she just throws it back harder. That's consent, that's command, that's don't stop turned into motion. I brace the bed, keep the tempo, every stroke rocks the frame. And still she holds position, no flinch, no pause. Just wet, loud, and locked in. The headboard shakes again. She cries out, not in pain, but in release that couldn't stay silent anymore. Oh. You don't always need to ask, sometimes the body begs louder than the voice. She said don't stop, and I listened, not with my ears, but with my rhythm. When the room starts moving, when the headboard talks, when she can't even catch her own name, that's when you know you didn't just hit it, you stamped it. Oh, the headboard hit the wall once then again. She grabbed the sheet, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it. She meant the headboard hit the wall once then again. She grabbed the sheet, then my wrist said don't stop. But this time she didn't whisper it. She meant that. She's twitching, not running, not shaking wild, but in slow pulse spasms. Every squeeze of her thigh says stay. Every breath sounds like goodbye. Time slows and I don't rush the unraveling. Oh, her breathing is off like she's trying to keep it steady, but can't. She's somewhere between a moan and a whimper. Her body locks up, then releases, then locks again. I don't change pace, I hold the rhythm just like this, because I feel her clenching. Not random, not tension, release. I whisper in her ear, let it happen, and it does. She's twitching, not running, not shaking wild, but in slow pulse spasms. Every squeeze of her thigh says stay. Every breath sounds like goodbye. Time slows and I don't rush the unraveling. She covers her mouth, then pushes my hand away, then grabs my arm like she's afraid of being taken too far, but still won't stop me. That's how I know she's there. Eyes closed, face turned, but her body's wide open. Yeah, I slow down, barely moving now, just enough to keep her on the edge. And she starts to unravel like thread, like silk, like something that's been held too long, and finally lets go. She's twitching, not running, not shaking wild, But in slow pulse spasms, every squeeze of her thigh says stay. Every breath sounds like goodbye. Time slows and I don't rush the unraveling. Her toes curled not at once, but gradually, like each one need its own moment to respond. Her stomach tightens, her hands go flat, then into fist, then flat again. She's breathing through it like a wave she's riding, but has no control over. I lean and stay deep, still slow. I wanna see every part of it, 'cause what's happening now ain't for show, it's real, and I earned it. You ever watch a woman unravel? Not with loud moans, not with thrashing, but with quiet spasms. Little movements, little releases, her body letting go one muscle at a time. That's when you pause, not to be still, but to witness her finish. She's twitching, not running, not shaking wild, but in slow pulse spasms, every squeeze of her thighs says stay. Every breath sounds like goodbye. Time slows and I don't rush the unraveling. Cheek print on the glass, breath fogs the window, hands on the paint, legs open. She ain't thinking about who might seep in, over dripping, locked in. Her body marked the room, and even after that, she still wants more. She asked for a new spot, said take me over there. We moved to the window, no curtains, no hesitation. I bent her forward, hands on the frame. Her skin cold at first, then warmed up fast. I pressed in, and she exhaled so hard. Steam hit the glass, her face landed with it, left a mark. Cheek to window, eyes shut, mouth parted, and she didn't move, not once. Cheek print on the glass, breath fogs the window, hands on the pane, legs open. She ain't thinking about who might see, bent over, dripping, locked in. Her body marked the room, and even after that, she still wants more. The city lights made her body glow. Cars passed below us, she didn't care. I stroked slow, controlled every push, made her knock the glass again and again. Another cheek print, a smudge, then both hands slid up like she needed balance, but her legs said I can take it. She looked out the window like she wasn't even here, lost, gone, and I made sure she stayed there. No pulling out, no slowing down, just pace, just power, just presence. Cheek print on the glass, breath fogs the window, fogs the window. The paint, legs open. She ain't thinking about who might see, bent over, dripping, locked in. Her body marked the room, and even after that, she still wants more. I talk to her low, real low, tell her to open wider, she does. I grip her waist, feel the tension building in between her thighs. She taps the glass like it's too much, but she don't say stop. I push deeper and her cheek slides down the window, leaving a trail behind her. She groans, but not the kind that wants mercy, the kind that says finish what you started. So I do. She left fingerprints, a fogged up window, and a cheek print nobody else will understand. That wasn't decoration. That was proof of where she was, what she took, and how she stayed through all of it without ever letting go. Cheek print on the glass, breath fogs the window, hands on the pane, legs open. She ain't thinking about who might see, bent over, dripping, locked in. Her body marked the room, and even after that, she still wants more. Open wide, stay still, no questions, no rush. I speak, she listens. This isn't about power, it's about knowing what to do with it. I tell her to open, not soft, not sweet, just clear. She doesn't hesitate. She parts her lips and her thighs like she's been waiting on that exact voice all night. I don't raise the volume, I don't raise a hand, I don't have to. 'Cause when you know what you're doing, the tone alone makes the body respond. She opens, she stays still. She lets me take the lead without needing to ask to open wide, stay still, no questions, no rush. I speak, she listens. This isn't about power, it's about knowing what to do with it. My grip is firm, not rough. Her leg twitches, I say don't move. She stops mid-breath. That's obedience born from trust. I shift her hips just slightly. Now I've got full access. She doesn't ask what I'm doing. She knows I know. I kiss slow, deliberate taste, breathe, wait. Then I say it again, stay still. She moans, but she doesn't move. In wide, stay still, no questions, no rush. I speak, she listens. This isn't about power, it's about knowing what to do with it. I pull her to the edge of the bed, let her legs hang, tell her hold the sides. She does, fingers tight on the sheets like she's holding on for something big. Then I drop in slow, deep, consistent, no teasing, just rhythm and breathe. Her body tenses, I say her name low, then say it again slower. She releases, no flinching, no questions, just wet, open silence, and the kind of obedience that only comes when her body finally understands she ain't in charge anymore. She could have stopped me, Could have closed her legs, could have said no, but she didn't. She stayed open, because I gave her a reason to trust my direction. And when a woman obeys willingly, not from fear, but from confidence in how you handle her, that's not control, that's mastery. Open wide, stay still. No questions, no rules. I speak, she lives. This isn't about power, it's about knowing what to do with it. She laughed not because it was funny, but because it felt that good. He hit a spot she didn't know she had. A smile broke through the moans, and under that smile, sweat, trembling, joy shot. She's on top, rocking slow, hands on my chest, eyes locked in the mind, confident. But then I shift my hips just slightly, angle up, she jolts not away into it. Her eyes widen, then she laughs, full smile, no mask, like I caught her off guard with the kind of pleasure she hadn't met before. That laugh, that was the gate opening. She laughed not because it was funny, but because it felt that good. He hit a spot she didn't know she had. A smile broke through the moans, and under that smile, sweat, trembling, joy, shock. She leans forward now, lips by my ear, whispering between giggles, what was that? I don't answer, I just grab her waist and hold her steady. Same angle, same depth, same rhythm. The laughter fades into a long breath, then her forehead hits my shoulder. She's trying to stay composed, but her smile keeps giving her away. She's shocked, not because I'm wild, but because I made her feel something new. And her body's still learning how to handle it. She laughed not because it was funny, but because it felt that good. He hit a spot she didn't know she had. A smile broke through the mold, and under that smile, sweat, trembling, joy, shock. She's still smiling, but now she's dripping. Hair stuck to her forehead, thighs shaking, hands gripping my neck. Her laugh was the release, but the grind, that's where the flood came from. She drops her head back, bites her lip, tries to hold it together, but I don't let her. I keep hitting that same angle until the laugh turns into a moan. She can't hold down, now she's gone, floating, eyes glossy, still smiling but barely breathing.
You ever make a woman laugh during sex? Not because you said something, but because her nerves couldn't handle what you just made her feel. That laugh, that's when the wall drops. That's when her body says, this ain't just good, this is different. And under that laugh is where the real work starts.
She laughed not because it was funny, but because it felt that good. He hit a spot she didn't know she had. A smile broke through the moans, and under that smile, sweat, trembling, joy, shock. Back shots change her tone. She moaning soft no more. She talking, cussing, begging, calling me names with a smile. Sweet girl, girl, gone. Now she want all of it. Bent over the edge, palms flat, eyes closed, lips parted. I line it up slow, then push all the way in deep. She gets the sound that comes out of her ain't the same girl from before. She starts talking, not in full sentences, just fragments deeper, harder, don't run. Every word has a mole wrapped around it. She's not asking anymore, she's telling, and I like her better. Back shots changed her tone. She ain't moaning soft no more. She talking, cussing, begging, calling me names with a smile. Sweet girl, go, go. Now she want all of it. I grab her waist tight, a thumb between her dimples. She throw it back now, no hesitation. Her words start overlapping. She calling me daddy, then baby, then God, and every name is dirtier than the last. I give her what she's asking for with rhythm. I don't speed up, I get heavier, deeper. She looks back over her shoulder, hair sticking to her face, eyes wild. She smirks like she knows she sounds filthy, and she don't care at all. Back shots changed her tone. She moaning soft no more. She talking, cussing, begging, calling me names with a smile. Sweet girl, go, go. Now she want all of it. She's gone now, not blacked out, just in a space where all she wants is more. More sound, more pressure, more impact. Her hand goes back, grabbing me, not for balance but to guide me. She tells me stay there, I don't move an inch. She backs into it harder, and her mouth just wild now. No filter, no decency, just straight filled between gasps, and all of it is for me.
She ain't a freak in the mirror, she ain't a freak in public, but when I put her in that position, hands down, back arch, she unlocks. Her voice changes, her words get raw, and that mouth becomes a second instrument. Back shots pull the truth out of women, and hers was loud and nasty.
Back shots changed her tone. She ain't moaning soft no more. She talking, cussing, begging, calling me names with a smile. Sweet girl, gone, gone. Now she want all of it. Deep strokes, no stutter, no rush, just pressure where it counts. She wraps around me tight, like her body's trying to hold on to every single pose. The moment I slide in, she exhales like she's been holding her breath since the first kiss. She wraps around me like she never wants me to leave. It's not about being inside, it's about what I do while I'm there. I don't just stroke, I press, lean in, hold it for a second until her body pulls me deeper without asking. Then I pull back slow, keep the bass in, and let her feel all of it. That's not thrusting, that's control. She's not shaking from speed, she's trembling because I'm perfectly placed. Deep strokes, no stutter, no rush, just pressure where it counts. She wraps around me tight, like her body's trying to hold on to every single pose. Her hands are in my back now, Not scratching, just gripping, like she's trying to pull me further in. I adjust the rhythm, mid-tempo, like a slow jam without the music. Just moans and breathing, just skin, just sweat. She's speaking in pieces now, short words that don't connect right there. Don't stop, oh my God. I'm not speeding up, I'm going deeper. Every time she tightens around me, I know I'm in sync with her pulse. Deep strokes, no stutter, no rush, just pressure where it counts. She wraps around me tight, like her body's trying to hold on to every single pulse. I change positions, but not the rhythm, because it ain't the angle, it's the timing. Her body tells me when I got it right, when her toes curl, when her mouth opens but no sound comes out, when her thighs lock around me. That's confirmation. This ain't pounding, this ain't jackrabbit. This is deep rooted, like I'm trying to touch the memory of every man she ever thought I knew what they were doing and erase them. Her nails dig in, her eyes roll back. She grabs the sheet, but not to cover herself. She just needs something to hold on to.
You ever been inside somebody and felt their body pull you in deeper without them moving? That's when you know it's more than just sex. That's muscle memory and raw instinct taking over. I didn't have to ask. Her body spoke for her. It said stay. It said there. It said don't stop. And I listened. Stroke for stroke, breath for breath, pulse for pulse.
Deep strokes, no stutter, no rush, just pressure where it counts. She wraps around me tight, like her body's trying to hold on to every single pulse. She's shaking, I ain't even in yet. Just breath, just strokes, just the pressure between her thighs. Warmth in my mouth,
She don't need penetration.
her body already surrendering.
My face is right there, close enough to feel her heat, but I haven't touched her with my tongue yet. I'm breathing slow on purpose, and she's squirming like the air alone is too much. Every inhale makes her lift her hips, every exhale makes her grab the pillow. I haven't even kissed it, just let the breath sit there. Roll off my lips, drift into her skin. You don't need to rush, not when you understand pressure, not when her whole body reacts to nothing but intention.
She's shaking, and I ain't even in yet. Just breath, just strokes, just the pressure between her thighs and the warmth in my mouth.
She don't need penetration,
Her body already
surrendering. My fingers trace the inside of her thigh, barely touching, like I'm drawing lines that only she can feel. She's wet, oh, ready, and not because of what I did, but because of what I It's the space between the action, the hold, the weight, almost. I kiss beside it, not on it, her hips rise, and I don't follow. Control isn't just in what you do, it's in what you deny, until she begs without saying a word. She's shaking, and I ain't even in yet. Just breath, just strokes, just the pressure between her thighs and the warmth in my mouth. She don't need penetration, her body already surrendering. She tries to slow her breathing, tries to stay still, but I watch her stomach rise too fast. I watch her toes curl, I watch her bite her lip and fail to hide how close she already is. I'm kissing her thighs now, one then the other, my breath never leaves her. I let it settle in waves in the way her body twitches. Lets me know exactly where to go next. Still no tongue, still no fingers inside. Just slow touches and the heat between her knees. She says my name, but not like a question, more like a warning. And I'm ready to answer it. Sometimes the best stroke is no stroke at all. Just breathe, just space, just energy building. Her thighs start shaking before you even give her the reason, because she's feeling possessed, and all you did was breathe between her knees. She's shaking, and I ain't even in yet. Just breathe, just strokes, just the pressure between her thighs and the warmth in my mouth. She don't need penetration, her body already surrendering. She bit the sheet because holding it in wasn't enough. The way I move slow, exact, relentless. She tried to stay quiet, but her body gave me the truth. Bones, gaps, and teeth sinking into cotton. First moan low, not planned, it slipped. I paused just enough to hear it. She tried to bury her face in the pillow, but I already knew what I triggered. My hand stayed firm on her hip. My lips didn't stop that twitch, that breath hitch. That's when I locked in. Her back arch, not out of performance, out of surrender. She bit down, twisted the sheet in one hand, like it was her last grip on reality. That was the moment, not when she moaned, not when she cursed, but when she went silent and just bit the sheet. Because holding it in wasn't enough. The way I move slow, exact, relentless. She tried to stay quiet, but her body gave me the truth. Moans, gaps, and teeth sinking into cotton. She wasn't saying words anymore, only breathing like she'd run 3 miles, but we hadn't even switched positions yet. Her eyes were shut tight, legs trembling, and I wasn't even halfway done. This wasn't sex, this was control. Control, touch, control, tempo, controlled chaos. I reached the spot again, same angle, same pace. She folded, buried her face again and bit. That's how you know it's real, when her mouth says nothing but her body shouts everything. Because holding it in wasn't enough. The way I move slow, exact, relentless. She tried to stay quiet, but her body gave me the truth. Moans, gaps, and teeth sinking into cotton. back shot, slow at first, not to tease, to feel, to see how she takes it, how her body answers each stroke. I'm not just moving, I'm reading. She pushed back, so I paused, let her feel the absence. That's when she begged with motion, not words. I gave it back to her deep below with no rush. The bed creaked, her fingers clawed the mattress. Then again, teeth sank into the sheet, and this time she moaned through it like she couldn't hold it in, and didn't care who heard.
Some women scream, some go quiet. But when she bit down, it wasn't to stay silent. It was because everything I was doing broke her ability to manage the pleasure. And that bite, that was her last line of control. After that, she gave me everything.
She bit the sheet because holding it in wasn't enough. The way I move slow, exact, relentless. She tried to stay quiet, but her body gave me the truth. Moans, gaps, and teeth sinking into cotton.
This ain't worship, it's design. Every flick, every pause, every suck time. Now don't rush the climax, I guided to it. Breath with heat, with care, tongue like a prayer, answered right between her thighs. I don't go down to make a point, I go down to make a woman forget her name. This ain't about proving something, it's about precision. I don't just eat it, I study it. How it swells when I exhale, how it responds when I flatten my tongue, how it shakes when I do circles and pause, just long enough to keep her guessing. There's a rhythm she didn't know she had until I introduced it. I don't need her to grab my head, I already know what she wants before she realizes she wants it. I can tell when she's pretending, that fake moan ain't fooling me. But when her legs lock, when her hips, then she curses without meaning to. That's when I know I'm speaking her language. This ain't worship, it's design. Every flick, every pause, every suck time. I don't rush the climax, I guided to it. Breath with heat, with care, tongue like a prayer, answered right between her thighs. This design, every flick, every pause, every suck timed. I don't rush the climax, I guided to it. Breath with heat, with care, tongue like a prayer, answered right between her thighs. I start off like I'm not trying to finish, let her body warm up to the attention. She'll tense at first, that's natural, but give it 5 seconds, she starts unfolding. The trick ain't pressure, it's precision. Soft lips, firm grip, one hand around her thigh, one flat on her stomach to keep her grounded. Cause when I get it right, she's gonna try to flow. I let my tongue move like a wave, up, down, pause, flatten tip, suck, pause again. That pause is a command, it makes her beg without a word. This ain't worship, it's design. Every flick, every pause, every suck time. I don't rush the climax, I guided to it. With heat, with care, tongue like a prayer, answered right between her thighs. By the
time she's gripping the sheet, I'm already watching her breathing pattern, fast inhale. I go softer, stuttered moan. I slow down, legs trembling. Now I lock in. There's a spot every man talks about, but most never find it. I don't look for it, I feel for it. It reacts to consistency, not pressure, not speed. Consistency, same motion, same pace, until her voice breaks. And the only thing louder than her moan is the silence that follows when she lets go.
She told me later, it felt like I said her name with my mouth without ever speaking. Like I knew a prayer she never heard, but always needed. And I told her, nah, that wasn't prayer. That was design. I just know how the body responds when you give it exactly what it needs, right where it needs it, without making it ask twice.
This ain't worship, it's design. Every flick, every pause, every suck time. I don't rush the climax, I got her to it. Breath with heat, with care, tongue like a prayer, answered right between her thighs. I don't kiss for show, I kiss to discover. Every inch of her skin tells me something new. Neck, thigh, waist, spine, I'm mapping her reactions, I don't need to speak. Her breath already did. I don't kiss for show, I kiss to discover. Every inch of her skin tells me something new. Neck, thigh, waist, spine, I'm mapping her reactions, I don't need to speak. Her breath already did. I started her collarbone, let my lips press slow. Not rushed, not forced. I can feel her take a breath like she wasn't expecting it. My hand slides behind her neck, steady. She's warm, but the room is still cool, and the contrast makes her tremble. I kiss the space right under her jaw, then her earlobe. She closes her eyes, that's my cue. I follow the path down her shoulder, then lower, stopping when I feel her body shift. I don't just kiss her, I read her. And every little movement is a response. She gives me permission without words. She wants me to keep going, and I plan to. I don't kiss for show, I kiss to discover. Every inch of her skin tells me something new. Neck, thigh, waist, spine, I'm mapping her reactions, I don't need to speak. Her breath already did. I go lower, but not fast. There's power and patience behind her knees, sensitive. Back of her arms overlooked, but she responds. My lips move like I've done this before, but it's her body I'm studying, not a routine. I stay longer when she gasps, pull back when she flinches. I note every place that made her legs tense, and I go right back there until she forgets what time it is. The world fades out when you do it right. She's not thinking about anything but now. And now I'm in control of it. Every inch of her skin tells me something new. Needs something new. Neck, thigh, waist, spine, I'm mapping her reactions, I don't need to speak. Her breath already did. Already did. She's breathing harder now, not panting, just heavy. Her back lifts when I get close to her stomach. I don't touch her with hands, not yet, just lips, and still she's melting. She tilts her head back, I watch her. She's not even trying to hide how good it feels. That's how I know I found a spot. Yeah, I kiss down her thigh, then shift behind her, and let my breath hit her skin before my lips do. That's what makes her knees buckle, that's what gets the real reaction. She grabs the edge of the sheet, that's how I know she's completely in this moment now. Oh. You ever kiss somebody with purpose? Not just because you wanted to, but because you wanted to understand her. I don't kiss like I'm asking permission. I kiss like I already know where her body says yes. Some men rush, they miss it. But I watch, I listen. And when I find it, I don't leave until she forgets who she was before I touched her. I don't kiss for show, I kiss to discover. Every inch of her skin tells me something new. Neck, thigh, waistline, I'm mapping her reactions, I don't need to speak. Her breath already deep, already deep. Warm palms in a cold ass room. Body language louder than any tune. I ain't rushing, I study and zoom. She melting slow in this cold ass room. Warm palms in a cold ass room. Body language louder than any tune. I ain't rushing, I study and zoom. She melting slow in this cold ass room. Dim lights, shadows creep on the wall. Her shirt loose, I let it slowly fall. No words, just breathe in the air. She's still closed, and goosebumps and stare. Fingers trace like I'm reading her skin. Wrist to waist, let the silence begin. She trembles, but not from fear. Just the heat in my hands drawing near.